It was 6:45 in the morning when I sprinted out of my front door, suit crisp and new, coffee sloshing in one hand, briefcase swinging in the other. I had 10 minutes to get to the most significant job interview of my life before I froze in my driveway. There it was again. Lisa's oversized maroon SUV blocking my garage like it owned the place. Her vanity plate smugly declaring, "Best vibe." My stomach sank. This wasn't just deja vu, it was sabotage. I'd left notes, filed complaints with the HOA, even pleaded with her directly. But her vehicle had become a steel middle finger parked between me and a six-figure opportunity. I'm Ethan, 32, a software designer who creates smarter systems than everyone I know. Am I arrogant? Perhaps. But 2 years of living next to Lisa has given me the entitlement. She viewed neighborhood regulations as advisory only. Garbage cans filled to the brim, her dog incessantly barking at night, visitors congesting the sidewalk, and worst of all, that SUV parked wherever she chose, on top of mailboxes, fire hydrants, and my driveway. I first attempted to be civil, left a nice note with a smiley face, returned crumpled under my windshield wiper. I approached the HOA, and they shrugged. "Sort it out like adults," they said. Translation: Lisa was their friend, deal with it. So I put in a security camera. Lisa waved to it. Blew kisses like she was on TV. Always moved her car just as it would be ticketed, as if she had tips from the inside. Perhaps those late-night telephone calls to Mark, the HOA head, weren't so innocent. But that morning changed everything. This interview was my exit, an offer at a robotics firm that could relocate me across the country and far away from Lisa. I'd prepped for weeks, rehearsed, starved off distractions, and now it was slipping away because she went out for brunch at 6:45 a.m., leaving a mocking note on her mailbox. I ran 6 blocks to the bus stop, seconds too late to see the bus drive off. Rideshare services were in overload mode. Desperate, I took my neighbor Dave's creaky old bike and rode 8 miles. I showed up late, drenched in sweat, with grease on my hands. The receptionist stared at me like I'd emerged from a sewer. The interview went horribly wrong. I forgot project specifications, flubbed each question. When they inquired where I envisioned myself working in 5 years, all I could do was think, anywhere but behind that SUV. I didn't get the job. That evening, I sat on my front porch, gazing at Lisa's car still defiantly parked in my driveway. Anger yielded to something more pointed, determination. If she wanted war, I'd take the battleground to my garage. I dug out my Raspberry Pi and started building motor controls, proximity sensors, and safety stops. My goal wasn't to destroy her car, just to send a message, a soft mechanical nudge from the garage door if it detected an obstruction. To everyone else, it would look like a glitch. To Lisa, it would feel personal. After a week of programming and testing on trash cans and cardboard boxes, it was done. The next morning, her SUV was parked in my driveway again. I pressed a button. The garage door inched out and lightly nudged her bumper. Her alarm screamed like a banshee. Lisa rushed out in a bathrobe, screaming, "What the hell?" "Sensor malfunction," I told her, sipping coffee. "Happens." She stared at the faint line across her bumper. I gave her a card for a neighborhood body shop. No smirk, just serene. But she was shaken. She got even the next day by parking just off my driveway, close enough to taunt, not close enough to set off the sensor. So I upgraded the system. Greater range, ultrasonic sensors, 5-second delay. I tested it on an old fridge. Ideal nudge. She blocked the garbage cans the next time. I activated the door from within. Alarm, screaming, phone camera in my face. "You're scratching my car," she shouted. "You're obstructing my property," I told her. "The system's automated. The HOA phoned. Mark sounded weary. Your garage is creating a problem, I interrupted. I complained for months. You told me to deal with it. I did, within code. Silence. Just keep calm, he grumbled. But Lisa ramped it up. One morning, my tires were let down. Carefully, not slashed. My cameras turned off at 2 a.m. Power was interrupted. So I added a solar backup and stashed a new camera in a faux owl on my front porch. A few days later, I recorded audio of Lisa giggling with a friend. Wait till he sees his mailbox tomorrow. He'll regret that garage. Rather than summon the police, I did what came naturally. I programmed the system to react to her voice, in this case to her yell, "Open your damn garage." The neighborhood BBQ was her turf, her music, her chairs, her lawn takeover. When I pushed a chair back onto my side of the property line, she blew her top. Don't touch that. I smiled, went inside, and remotely broadcast her voice from the porch speaker. Open your damn garage. The garage complied, slid slowly open, nudged her bumper with a roller covered in washable white paint. She screamed. A white stripe appeared. Guests gawked. Lisa tripped, sandals flying. Voice glitch, I called from my porch. Hope it comes off. The rumors started. Lisa's power faded. Mark stood back. She fought back with eggs in my mailbox, flipped porch lights, more trash. So I stuck a phony note on my car. Don't let Lisa get the garage log USB. Then put an empty USB under the dashboard. My surveillance camera that night caught her breaking into my car to steal it. I took a picture of her in the act and stuck it on her door. Her SUV disappeared, blinds drawn, until I was called out by the HOA. Lisa sat next to Mark, assailing me of weaponizing my garage. I was armed, logs, schematics, video, audio, even her break-in. This, I said to the room, pushing a USB ahead, is what I've not yet shared with the police. The room hung in the balance. Mark abruptly ended the meeting. Neighbors started sharing their own Lisa nightmares. Her shouting, her threats, her lawsuits. Before long, a moving truck showed up. She was gone. For good. Peace returned. Children played. Lawns relaxed. Even the HOA altered their rules. Ethan inspired, according to Mark. One morning, I saw a black sedan pull up by Lisa's former house. A woman with a clipboard surveyed the street. Legal recon I upgraded once again. Cloud alerts, facial recognition. The next time the sedan drove by, I stood on my lawn and waved. It drove away. The listing was pulled. Lisa's shadow was gone at last, and as I stood in a quiet neighborhood's golden light, my garage breathed gently behind me. Welcome back, Ethan, my system chimed. This was the true triumph, not vengeance, merely peace, crafted with precision.